Hello, friends. Empress Danny here with another episode of the Daily Grind. You already know I'm pouring you up a nice hot cup of joe. Going to get your day off to a bright and beautiful start. Let's check in for today's messages. Um, Thank you guys for hitting that like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff that you guys do to show me love. Okay. Top of the day, the Nightingale with the Panther. Okay. Getting into something that you're not used to getting into is what this feels like. This could even be like a conversation. Um, Again, it's almost like it's words new to being said, but what feels like having to assert oneself. It's almost like in order for there to be productivity, this could be like there's no motion, there's no movement, there's no action, there's no um, it feels like it's for someone's protection. And for some of you, you're actually healing an ancestral wound that has to do with what could be like asserting oneself in this particular area or seeing productivity in a certain area. I definitely feel like for many of you, this has a lot to do with like your relationships, okay? Which can be friendships, it can be dating romantic, it can be your relationships with your children, parents, right? Whatever it is, it feels like it has to do with a relational tie or bond. And at the top of the day, it feels as though asserting oneself in order to what feels like expressing in order to see some productivity. Okay. And this could be like, I don't know why it gives like buying a product and this product didn't reach its full potential, but it's almost like there could be something at play that has to do with like, no, I'm going to see whatever this is going to reach its potential. It's going to get to where it's supposed to be. Oh, like I said, it gives buying something and the product not really delivering, maybe getting you halfway there. So, or it could certainly be like, I don't know, it could be a complaint of some sort, but what it feels like speaking up so that you get what you deserve. Okay. Ether comes in midday, and then at the end of the day, we have both fire and air coming in. I like this because it speaks to a transition in what feels like in commands and the way of thinking. The mindset is lighter, is what it feels. You're maybe it is even doing things that are more true to the vibration that you feel. Okay. I like this because I feel a good vibration. So it makes me feel like you're going to be sensing this. I don't know why something's given like music, singing, expressing, but like you can say what you want or you do what you something that's unique to you. There's something like that that I feel at the end of the day. Okay, yeah, this is like playing along, playing an act, but what feels like allowing oneself to express. I can't lie. There to the top of the day, it gives a somewhat of an energy of like, you know how when you start a new job, you will give the impression that I won't say don't know what you're doing, but because you're new there, you will kind of peep out or feel out like this could be like who's immature, right? And this could be in any relationship dynamic, but you will what could be like simplify things or oversimplify them to see who is mature enough to be able to maybe pick up on some things, right? Who's with the vibe is kind of what it feels. I feel an element of that that's at play. And the top of the day is kind of like what feels like, what could be like playing that act, but then having to let it go because it's almost like, I don't know why it kind of gets like, I gotta get moving or I gotta get this done or I can't wait. It kind of gives, I don't know why it gets like playing reindeer games, but it just kind of feels like, uh, it's almost like when divine timing is at play in a circumstance and you recognize things are lining up and I can't play whatever this act is if things are going to line up. Okay. So the eagle comes out midday with ether energy. Visionary is able to what feels like see perhaps the way forward. Um, and then what feels like wisdom knows what to do or what to say or both, perhaps, um, in order to, I don't know why it gives like clear things up. Get It's almost like to get presence for real. I don't know what some could be significant about presence for real. And this could even be like getting someone to show up for real, getting what could be like true commitment. Yeah, pleasure seekers is at the top of the day. Widower. I ain't gonna lie, it feels like somebody in a position where they're gonna lose their wife. They're gonna lose their support. They're gonna lose and they can whoever. I don't know why that's what this feels like. And obviously, this could be like job, or it could be the job losing its star player. There's something of that nature where someone is they're able to feel or to sense whatever this is. That if they can't, I don't know why it feels like if someone can't bury the past and what could even be like healing some wounds that they have, then something midday is going to be very telling what feels like on the road up ahead. Someone's going to see themselves what feels like ending or laying some sort of relationship to rest. Okay, that's what it feels like. Somebody gonna lose their wife or their husband again. This I don't know why it feel like a good job or a good like it feel like a good man or a good woman. Like that's what it feels like. Um, but for those of you who are being good stewards, this feels like you're realizing like anybody that you lose. Um, I feel like midday something is coming in and spirit is showing you perhaps that this is for your protection. Um, to lay something or someone to rest. Okay. I do feel like today you're seeing, um, I feel like you're seeing a full, like, I don't know why it gives like a bird's eye view. You're seeing a full perspective or point of view of something or someone. And the reason that you're being given insight to this is, I honestly feel like to protect you from, um, I feel like spirit is showing you something, and whatever it is the spirit is showing you is to protect you. So if there's something that you're needing to release or to let go, something this could even be something that you want, something that you're after, right? Then spirit may be having you kind of like let that. It feels like something that you're seeing, or perhaps it's taking place midday, is the power of God, but it's to let you know and let me just be very clear. This would be like if somebody is in denial about maybe it is a person being faithful. This would be like, yeah, I hear, who is that? Mario. I know you smell the perfume, the lipstick's on his shirt, but that's what it feels like. It's like something like that taking place that this is and again and this is either way this is like I know they're innocent. I know that and again whichever direction it is I feel like that you need to see that's what spirit is showing you midday so that you can lay to rest and this is for your protection. So if it's a good situation or good relationship, you can see beyond maybe the present circumstances, bury some aspect of your past so that you can be secure in seeing that. um, so just know that midday is going to go, it's going to go different ways and different dynamics, different relationships, but definitely feels like it's spirit led, revealing something to you so that you will, um, it's almost like spirit does not want you to feel maybe sensitive or vulnerable in the ways that you do. Okay. The end of the day is the gift card and wisdom is coming in. Be mindful about how you might be in a position to be a gift, to give a gift. Um, um, I'm also picking up though that this could certainly be someone who maybe it is like, I know I need to show up for you. And again, I don't know why something's giving like the energy of like speak up. I'm also getting something about the language. There could be some significant about linguistics towards the end of the day, but it feels like something is of value. That's what it feels like. So, again, I know we've been talking a lot about people. I don't necessarily think this has to do with people per se. Like I said, it could be a tangible, a job, a thing, something that you desire. But in whatever that desire is, that it feels like is being solidified midday. What this is kind of like, oh, I want to marry them, but you then are permitted to see like, oh, this is what you're in for if you truly want to be with them. And that's being shown to you again, be it bad or be it good, right? So that what feels like the end of the day is doing or saying something, which could be a conversation, but this is like, I know that it's a gift to be able to have whatever this conversation is or to be able to discuss this. Or again, it's wisdom like I need to show up for this or I need to have this. Again, it could be a conversation, a talk, um, something of that nature. And it's almost like there's value in whatever this is. That's what it feels like. Someone sees the benefit. I know this is it could be like this is important to them, this is important to me, or this is just important, period. There's something of that nature at play. In the energy. Guys, this is what I have for your daily grind. Make sure that you check in with us on Patreon, right? Join us on YouTube as well for your extended messages. I love you. Like, follow, subscribe, and we'll talk again real soon. Bye for now.